Nobody was paying attention to Paraguay. For years, it was seen as one of the most overlooked countries in Latin America, small, landlocked, economically quiet, completely overshadowed by giants like Brazil and Argentina. But that is starting to change, because right now something unusual is happening. Investors are moving in. Not slowly, not quietly, but at a pace that is starting to turn heads across the region. Residency applications have surged by more than 60%. Tens of thousands of people are choosing to relocate to Paraguay, and these are not random moves. Many of them are entrepreneurs, investors, and business owners. So, what changed? The answer starts with something very simple. While countries like Argentina struggle with inflation and economic volatility, Paraguay has managed to maintain a more predictable economic environment. And in emerging markets, predictability is extremely valuable. But that is only part of the story. Paraguay also offers something investors are always looking for: low taxes. Combined with cheap energy costs and relatively low wages, this creates an environment where businesses can operate more efficiently and with higher margins. And global investors are starting to notice. Major credit rating agencies have upgraded Paraguay to investment-grade status. This is a big deal. It signals trust. It tells international capital that this country is now considered a safer place to invest, and the impact is already visible. Paraguay has successfully issued large amounts of government debt in its own currency, attracting international buyers. Foreign capital is flowing in. Real estate development is accelerating. In the capital city, Asunción, new luxury buildings are rising, signaling growing confidence. But there is also a geopolitical layer to this story. President Santiago Peña has been actively promoting Paraguay on the global stage, traveling extensively to attract investment and strengthen alliances. Paraguay is also one of the few countries in the region that maintains diplomatic ties with Taiwan, setting it apart from others that have aligned more closely with China. This positioning has helped Paraguay stand out even more. But behind all of this growth, there is another reality, one that is much less visible. A large portion of the workforce operates in the informal economy. Infrastructure still lags behind more developed nations, and corruption remains a concern. This creates a fragile balance. On one side, you have growth, investment, and opportunity. On the other side, structural weaknesses that could limit long-term progress. And that is what makes Paraguay so interesting right now, because it sits at a crossroads. It could become one of the most important emerging markets in Latin America, or it could struggle to sustain this momentum. So the real question is not whether Paraguay is growing. The real question is whether this growth is built to last.